Yo, what is good, YouTube, and welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the brand new cards that we're getting tomorrow, which are the Tis the Season Past Meets Present cards. And we're getting a Diamond, Andre Iguodala, Amethyst, LaMarcus Aldridge, and Kemba Walker, and then Ruby, PJ Tucker, and Udonis Haslem. That will probably be all the cards that we get tomorrow. I don't expect to see Sapphires or Emeralds on a Tuesday drop. Generally, Tuesday drops are smaller, and a 5-card Tuesday drop sounds about right. Iggy as the special, or as the collection reward, and also the insert. Only way to get this card is locking him in. I will not be locking this set in. It is not good enough to lock in as a standalone set, and I am not locking in for Kobe Bryant. So for me personally, will not be locking this set in. Now, huge shout out to whoever it winds up being that I wind up using their account for this Iguodala gameplay, because I'll probably be on someone's account for the Iggy gameplay as well as the other cards tomorrow for someone who is actually getting Kobe. But as a whole, the set itself, Udonis Haslem, we'll see. It depends if he can shoot. PJ Tucker's going to be awesome. He's small, but he's going to be an awesome defensive, like, budget small forward. He's got a really good release as well. LaMarcus Aldridge, it all depends on the speed. If he's like 75 speed and can shoot, he'll be pretty good. If he's like 50 speed, the card sucks. And then Kemba Walker, why do we get a Kemba in a Celtics uniform? Why are we not getting a Hornets Kemba Walker? I full-heartedly agree with this comment. Why is Kemba as a Celtics card? That doesn't make sense. Regardless, I mean, it's an interesting set. We got some very recognizable names. Past meets present. Makes sense. These are all players who are very recently retired. PJ Tucker is still in the league, but he's obviously old. And then LaMarcus Aldridge very recently retired. Kemba Walker is now playing overseas. He's not retired, but he's out of the league. Udonis Haslem just retired. And then Iggy also just retired this year. So it makes sense that these are the guys who are in a past meets present promo. Friday is going to be present, and then next Tuesday it will be present meets future, and then the Tuesday after that will be future, or the Friday after that will be future. I'm sorry. So present meets future will probably be guys who are in their second, third year of the league. The present guys will be guys who are in their 8th year in the league, or like really superstars right now. Like, I could see a Diamond Jason Tatum in present. That would make sense to me. For example, somebody like that would make a lot of sense to me. Some guys like that in the present set. And then future will probably be somebody along the lines of Victor Wembanyama, or we already got Chet, otherwise I would say Chet, or even like a Scoot Henderson, even though he hasn't played well this year, or Derek Lively could definitely be in a future set. That's a guy who would make a lot of sense. He's been really good. Asar Thompson, same thing. Regardless, this set, past meets present, we'll see. As a whole, I don't think, honestly, in all likelihood, that LaMarcus, Kemba, or Udonis Haslem are likely to be particularly good. It all depends, I guess, on LaMarcus's speed. But Kemba and Haslem, I can pretty much guarantee likely will not be very good. PJ Tucker will be a really interesting budget card. And then, obviously, Iggy's going to be a beast. Iggy already had a Ruby, as we know, which was a pretty good card. It could already time burst. He was already very good defensively. He was already a versatile defender, already had bronze post lockdown, really good defensive stats, and could shoot the 3 pretty well, also being athletic. Very good chance this Iggy going up, what, 5 overalls? He's probably going to be 87 speed, 88 speed. He's probably going to have an 85 plus 3 ball. He's going to have a 90 or a 95 driving dunk, close to 90 interior, 95-ish perimeter and lateral. Still going to obviously be able to time burst. Hopefully the speed gets closer to 90 than it is to like 84, 85. But he's going to be an elite slasher. He's going to be super athletic. He's going to be able to shot create a little bit, but it'd be interesting to see if he gets speed booster, if he gets unpluckable, if he gets blow by. Those 3 badges: blow by, speed booster, and unpluckable. Will he get those 3 badges on his next card? And the answer, honestly, I don't know. We'll see. Regardless, obviously, I think Iggy has the potential to be a very good card at the shooting guard position, but there are also a ton of elite shooting guards already in the game, including guys like Jimmy Butler, who's free, Ron Artest, also a diamond. You don't have to lock him in, though. Paul George, same thing, also a diamond. Don't have to lock him in. Nick Young for 84K. B. Roy from the Season 1 Ultimate Award, who's still free if you have him. Like, all those guys are still very good options. So Iggy as a standalone lock-in is probably not at all worth the lock-in. Will he be a very good card? Yes. And if you're locking in for Kobe, you lock the card in, you want to use him, I totally understand that. A lot of Warriors fans out there, of course, as well, who really like Iggy, and for good reason, but I don't expect him to actually be worth locking in on his own. And I think that makes, honestly, complete sense. Like, it's not that great of a set, and the budget cards in the set are really not that great themselves. So as a Tuesday drop, I don't know if it's a letdown. I just don't think it's exciting, but I don't think it's terrible either, I guess. It's an average Tuesday drop. I kind of agree with this comment. He says meh, and it is kind of meh. It's not bad, but it's not like great. I think some of the negative comments are a little bit over dramatic, to be completely honest. PJ Tucker, I will take a look at him real quickly, see what he is going to probably look like as well. He does not have a card so far this year, but I know he got a ruby last year. It was this glitched ruby. Also had an Evo that got him to diamond. I expect that he will be closer to... Well, actually, I think he'll kind of be somewhere in between. I think he'll look pretty similar to this ruby, honestly. Maybe a little bit better in some areas, but gonna have some good shooting badges or okay shooting badges. Defensively, he'll be really good. The question is going to be, with this PJ Tucker card, in all honesty, if he gets anchor, if he gets clamps. If he gets both of those badges, which I think it is very, very possible that a PJ Tucker gets one, if not both of those badges, then he's gonna be really, really good, because I know his release is good, and I know he's gonna be able to shoot the ball okay, and I know his release is fast. So if he can defend really, really well, which obviously I know the defensive stats are going to be great, the badges are going to be good, but is he going to have the truly most important badges? Kind of like Jared Vanderbilt. Great defensive stats and badges, and he is still a very good defensive card, but he doesn't have anchor, he doesn't have brick wall, he doesn't have clamps. He's missing some of the most important defensive badges, and it really, unfortunately, handicaps the card just a little bit. So hopefully with PJ Tucker, that is not the case, because he'll be another awesome ruby card at small forward, even being, what, only 6'4", 6'5". He's only 6'5". He's small, yes, but he's got that burly player build. I actually do think he would be a really, really usable, really, really good budget small forward with how good his release is, making him an awesome 3-and-D card in my team. So we will see. Obviously, we'll also see if he has the ability to ball handle it all. I honestly don't really expect him to, so he may not be able to burst, which would be a little bit of a disappointment. Outside of that, like I said, LaMarcus Aldridge is probably the next most exciting card. I'll briefly talk about what an Aldridge card is going to look like. The problem with Aldridge is it's only a +3 overall boost over this 88 over Aldridge, and like I don't think he's going to have 43 speed, but I'm a little worried he's still going to have like 55 speed. And if he's got 55 speed, like what's the point of using the card? He can have an 83 ball, he could have pretty decent defensive badges and some decent shooting badges. I don't expect him to have anchor though. Like I just think in general, the cards, this ruby was a really bad card. Not a great shooter, really slow, horrible defender, not athletic. Like this is just a bad card, not really good at anything. I'm a little worried that the Amethyst, despite being a few months later, is still going to be kind of a garbage all-around card, not really great at anything, which means he's kind of a pointless Amethyst, because we could use a really good new Amethyst big, and LaMarcus Aldridge, like a good LaMarcus Aldridge card, could actually be a really good budget card, but it's been a few years, I feel like, since we've actually gotten a good LaMarcus Aldridge, and I do think he, unfortunately, will probably be a little bit too slow to be elite. So, with that being said, that's pretty much everything I want to cover. I don't think I got to talk about anybody else, to be honest. Set as a whole is kind of mid. I mean, I'm certainly going to do some gameplays, and I'm looking forward to some of these names for sure, and interested to see what the cards look like tomorrow in the DB, but also looking forward to the next few days of daily agenda players, and then obviously the Friday drop, which is going to be tis the season present. Likely have guys like Jason Tatum, Tyrese Halliburton would make a lot of sense in that promo as cards that we're kind of waiting on, and we'll see what that looks like on Friday. Hopefully it's a good set. Hopefully it's interesting and fun, and we will see what is coming over the next couple weeks. But I'm not locking in Kobe, as y'all know. I made a video on why that is, so I'm also not going to be locking in this set, but of course we'll be keeping y'all updated and getting gameplays as always. So that's gonna do it for this video. Hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.